Hello? Alright, we're going to try it. Where's my water? There's my water. Where's the thing? I gotta go full screen. There we go. Multi-stream chat. Alright, so this is a very impromptu stream. I did not get to stream last night. Is this still Saturday or is this Sunday now? This is probably Sunday now. So I didn't get to stream Friday night. And so I wanted to make up for it Saturday. But Saturday was my boss's birthday. And so when I got done work, I had to go to my boss's birthday party. Dude's 87 years old. Dude's an absolute machine. Like, he works harder than I do at fucking 34, turning 35 next month. But yeah, I went to his birthday party after work at the store. Tried limoncello for the first time. It's some good stuff. Doesn't taste like alcohol, but it catches up to you. But I did finish off our bottle of scotch. And I'm pretty sure I'm the only one there that drinks our scotch. And Peter refuses to charge me for it. What a guy. So I'm a little bit into it tonight. And I just got home. I wasn't feeling like going to bed. And I thought, why not? We'll go online. It's probably a mistake, to be honest. I probably shouldn't be doing it, but I am. So here we are. I'm kind of drunk. It's okay, though. I was playing some pool. That's always fun. I haven't played enough pool lately. Oh, I gotta win 7 rounds. That'd be tough. I don't think I'm up for that right now. Oh, what else do we got? We got friends online. Do we have King online? I don't think we have King online. What time is it for King right now? If it's 1:13, that's only like 10:15 for King, isn't it? Hey King, are you online? Yo. I'm just gonna say yo to him. Let's see what happens. Until then, what should we do? We got like a bunch of stuff and options and things. What reputation gained. Alright, we just gotta gain reputation with the guy. That doesn't seem too hard. Let's just head on down to the throne world. See, I'm already starting to realize what a bad idea this is. And thinking I should probably just hit the off button and go to bed. For some reason, I'm not. I mean, my son is with his mom for the week. So that probably has something to do with it. I'm just like, whatever. I don't have to be up tomorrow. But I still probably shouldn't be. What am I doing? I don't even know what I'm doing. Gain a reputation? Is that what I'm doing? Ah! There's dudes trying to kill me. Shoot them. That's what I need to do. I need to shoot the dudes. I'm gonna shoot the dudes. Eventually. Oh! They killed me. Because I have no aim. Because I'm drunk. Okay. Let's focus. Alright, let's get a revenge. Revenge? Okay. Grenade. There we go. See? We got our revenge. They're all dead now. Oh, what about this guy? He's like, hey, I'm not dead. Now I am. So he's dead too. Hey, we got somebody watching. Is that Secret Service? If that's Secret Service, what the fuck are you doing awake at like 1 o'clock in the morning? Like, I'm drunk, so it's all good. But otherwise, if that's King, how's it going, King? Like, it's only what, 10:15 where you are? So that's not too late. But like, I'm starting to realize that I'm a little more drunk than I thought I was. So, I mean, I mentioned it, I think, a minute ago. I probably shouldn't even be doing this. This was probably a terrible call. But I'm doing it. It's happening. Whoa, God. This is an absolute drunk Destiny stream. I'm playing Destiny, and I am 100% drunk. So, we will see what happens. I don't know what's going on right now. So there's a public event going on. That's what's happening. I'm at the destination. Are there people ferrying the thing? There is somebody. Let's go help him. Hello, buddy. How are you? I kind of mentioned it. Right now, I'm a little bit drunk. It was actually my boss's birthday today. So, when I got off work, I kind of attended his birthday party. I finished off our bottle of scotch. I also tried limoncello for the first time. And then I had a whiskey when I got home. Literally here. So I'm pretty drunk right now. I'm having a good time. We'll see how it goes. How are you? I don't recognize you, so thank you very much for joining us. Or for joining me. I used to stream The Lord of the Rings Rise to War. That's kind of where I started this whole journey. But then I wasn't happy with where the devs were going with that. And I took a break from it. And I got back into Destiny recently. And have decided to start streaming my Destiny exploits. I usually stream Wednesdays and Fridays, sometimes on Mondays. I wasn't able to stream last night, or Friday night, so I wanted to make it up Saturday, but that ended up being my boss's birthday when I got drunk tonight. And so when I got home, instead of going to bed, as I thought I was going to, I was still kind of awake and decided to turn on the PlayStation. And when I did that, I also turned on the stuff to stream and hit the go live button. And here we are, doing a Drunk Destiny stream. So welcome, if this is your first time. I am MacArthur. PK the best. I do recognize that now. See, I'm having kind of like double vision, so I couldn't totally recognize it. So I had to like zoom in. But yes, I definitely remember you, MacArthur. For sure, man. Are you still playing Rise to War? Where am I going? I have no idea where I'm going now, man. Are we done the... did I finish the public event? Oh, God. I'm so out of it. But yeah, are you still playing Rise to War? Because I'm kind of curious as to, like, where they've gone with it. I know they just started a new season recently. The Rainbow Pit! How's it going, man? Welcome back. Glad to see you, man. Are you still playing Rise to War? Oh, man. Nope. Me either. Yeah, I wasn't happy with where the devs were going with it. Like I said, when I started streaming the game, it didn't feel like a pay-to-win game. It didn't feel like the devs wanted it to be a pay-to-win game. And that was something I was happy to promote. By the time I left, you know, when they had brought the unique equipment for commanders into it, I don't even know where I'm going right now, to be honest. I'm moving around to talk. But by the time they brought the unique equipment in for commanders with that mithril stuff, I realized that they had given in to the same thing that everyone else did, and it was just absolute pay to win. They were into it for greed. It wasn't the same game that I had started to fall in love with, and I didn't feel right promoting it, and that's why I left. But when I did that, I also didn't realize what I was going to do with the channel here. And so I had to take a bit of a break and kind of reassess things. King Dead was into Destiny again, and he started trying to get me into Destiny. I used to be into it, and so I got back into it. And so I've started streaming it. And that's kind of where I'm going to be right now. But I'm still interested in where Rise to War goes. And so anyone that is still playing it, I'm curious to talk to them and find out their thoughts and opinions. Because I have heard that they're doing some things right. Your faction, well, full, dumb. So me and my friends stopped. Added to all the dev stuff. Yeah. And like I said, I have heard they've done some things right. Like there's some sort of alliance system between factions now. Always do what you think is more fun and better for you, in my opinion. And I agree with that, Rainbow Pit, where, you know, if I didn't enjoy the game I was playing, it would come across in the stream and the channel. And so, and like I said, the reason I got into streaming the game, that Rise to War game, really was because when I first got into it, I really enjoyed it. I really felt like the devs were approaching it in a different way, and I didn't feel like it was pay to win. I understood why the certain aspects were in place for payment, but I didn't feel like they were crucial to the aspects that made a difference in battle type thing. And I didn't have a problem promoting that game. I wanted more people to get into the game, and I wanted to help people understand some of the nuances that the game had to offer. But then, by the time I got out of it, it was completely opposite. You know, I really, what the, why, I can't move. Oh, they got one of these stupid things. I didn't feel right promoting the game. I wouldn't have felt right telling somebody, yeah, Rise to War is a game you should check out. I had suggested it to my brother when I first started playing it. I wouldn't have suggested it to him when I got out of it. So that's kind of the thing with me. And, you know, Destiny here. It's a game, it's a whole different kind of ballpark, in my opinion. It's a complete, like, AAA console kind of game. Um, and yes, it has its ups and downs, but in this instance, like for Witch Queen, I would say it's a good time for people to get back into it. I'm about to die here. I can't speak for any expansion or whatever that I wasn't a part of, but like Witch Queen, I wouldn't have any problem saying that, yeah, if you've had experience with Destiny and you used to like it and you've had your doubts as to whether you want to get back into it or not, Witch Queen is a good expansion to get back into it on. And that's why I'm streaming it again. So, I don't know. I'm rambling right now. Probably just to try and keep conversation going. So, I'll get back looking at chat. And, yeah, like, I get you need to make... No, and it's not even about making money, Rainbow Pit. That's the whole thing. I try not to think about the money aspect at all, because it's such a pipe dream, in my opinion. You know, if you start streaming randomly like I did, and you actually believe that you can just retire on it, you're an idiot. It is so rare and so hard to become a full-time kind of retirement streamer or something like that. So I really don't think about the money aspect of it. And I just try and do it as something for myself that, yes, I've wanted to try this, and don't make it something that you kind of just dip your toes in and then quit. You know, sure, I had a hiccup with Rise to War, but between beta and launch, I had been streaming Shadow of War and had no problem doing that, even though it wasn't necessarily successful. I was still doing it just to keep up the thing. And yeah, again, I'm rambling. But, like, not even Nintendo phone games are like that. LOL. Oh no. By you, I meant the company. LOL. Okay. Yeah, like I said, I'm just kind of rambling because lately I've been streaming to, like, nobody. So I've just been trying to fill silence with conversation or chat or talking. But, yeah. So what have you been up to, Rainbow Pit? If you haven't been playing Rise to War, I've been talking about me. What have you been up to? I'm really glad to see you back. Have you ever played Destiny? Are you a Destiny player? Oh God. People, enemies, stuff. Shoot. Well, I'm always and look for fun, interesting phone games. So I was on that grind. Um, you want to know a phone game that I got into recently, and it is genuinely because of the ads, but I don't find these ads were anything like terrible or intrusive. Um, but Supremacy 19, what is it, 1914 or 1918? It's like the World War One war sim. I've gotten into that, and that's actually it's pretty cool. Like you take over. It's kind of like Rise to War, like the Lord of the Rings game, but like scaled back in like power and time scale. Um, but it's really interesting. You start off. I started off as a random country. I was the Caucasus to throw the beach ball at them. And I've taken over a whole bunch of Europe. I just actually finished taking over Italy recently, and now I've got North Canada. See, like they've started encroaching on Europe and Africa. They're not necessarily close to me personally, but they're close enough that I'm uncomfortable. And so I'm having to try and persuade them to move otherwise. Um, but I think things are just going to pop off between them and I, and it's going to be uncomfortable. So, but yeah, it's one that I've gotten into. Yeah, it's kind of like I started off as the Caucasus, I think it was. So I'm over on the complete like what is it, east side of the map. So I'm actually pretty comfortable that way. But in each province, you can build like recruiting offices and barracks, and that will generate troops on that province just every few hours or every so many hours for you. But then you can also build factories and like airports and harbors on places with water to build things like tanks, planes, warships, all that kind of stuff. Each province, there are certain ones that generate specific resources like grain or oil or things like that that you need to use to build all this kind of stuff. And so there's a really interesting market. And there actually is a market where you can go on and say oil is being sold for $30 a unit. Well, you can decide, I've got a bunch of oil, I'm going to go on and sell it for $25 a unit and undercut that person. But then somebody else comes on and says, well, I'm going to sell it for $20 a unit. You know, and so there's actually like a true market that goes on that way. Like I said, right now, I've taken over most of Europe. I'm now I've got a war going on with, I think, Finland, because I thought they were inactive, but their land would have gotten me really close to northern Canada, because they've taken over Great Britain. But it turns out that as soon as I started moving on Finland, they were like, well, fuck you, I'm going to become active and send all my troops at you. And now I'm having to fight it out with Finland while North Canada starts moving in on Europe and Africa. It's just a pain in the ass, but it's fun. So Supremacy 19, whatever it is. That's the name of that game. And again, I will just admit right now, I have no idea what I'm doing in this game. Destiny. Is it like one person per country or less or more? Yes, so one person per country. And in this game, you can have coalitions of 3 players. So a coalition is basically like a guild or a team in that game. So right now I'm in a coalition with Russia and Western Algeria or something like that, I think it is. I was in a coalition with Lithuania was in the coalition, but they decided to leave for some reason. The weird thing about that is they left the coalition, but our relationship is right of way. So we're still kind of allied. I can move through their land. They can move through my land if they need to. But they're not actually in the coalition. So I'm still kind of concerned that at some point they're just going to start attacking me, but they haven't yet. But yeah, like I am the Caucasus. Some other player is Russia. Some other player is Lithuania. Some other player is Northern Canada. You know, individually. And then you have to take over other provinces and other territories. So I've expanded over the time that I started playing. And I took over a few inactive players. There are sometimes in your game, a country will be owned by a computer. And you can tell that because their name will be like Alexander the First or something like that. It won't be like user 1234 or blowjob 69420. Like it won't be a player generated name or a random kind of name. It'll be a proper name for that country. Like I said, like Alexander the First or like Philippe. And so I took over some random countries. I have taken over some player countries that were smaller. But now I'm at the point where, like I said, Northern Canada, where I'm in Europe over on, I forget them on camera. I'm in Europe over on this side of the map, and Canada and the US, so Canada and Southern Canada, have decided to team up. And so this whole western side of the map is basically pushing over into Europe and Africa. I know Egypt has a pretty powerful army. They've got like 2 railroad cannons. They've got a bunch of stuff. But we're in kind of an understanding that we're going to stay on our own side and not screw with anything. But I don't have a whole lot of faith in the rest of Europe and Africa. And it seems like me and Egypt might be the only hope. But it's an interesting game. If you've got the patience, and anyone that had the patience to play Lord of the Rings Rise to War, I think would have the patience to play these games. They're pretty good games for the strategic value because you really got to think at some points. There have been certain times where I've launched attacks and just eventually been like, fuck, I called it too quick. I did this wrong. I did that wrong. It is in its own way. It's, it's complicated in the same way that Rise to War was, where I'll give Rise to War that credit. It's got its own complexities where you have to think about certain things. This is the same way where you really have to think about things. There are certain things I did wrong when I started this game that I wouldn't do a second time around. In terms of build priority, troop priority, things like that. You really need to gain an understanding of especially what buildings are required to build certain things. I didn't understand all that, and so there were a lot of times I would an airport in this place. And it's like, okay, great, you've got an airport, but do you have a factory to build the planes? No. Well, now we got to build a factory and wait another 12 hours. Honestly, I do like a whole learning by doing kind of thing. Yeah, there are certain people that, like, there are all those different kinds of learning, they say. Like, visual learners, audio learners, and tactile learners. I don't know if that's like a whole outdated thing, but yeah, that's kind of, there are certain people that learn best just kind of by trial and error. Don't tell them or show them, just throw them into it and let them make their mistakes, and they will learn from them. It may be a slower process, but to me, it's a more, I don't know, like a more true and honest process of learning. Because if you fail, you understand completely why you failed. And you get to move on and learn from that. There's no kind of guesswork. Yeah, exactly. And you know what? Like if there was an interest, I could probably get that loaded up on whatever the hell it is that I used to get Rise to War, and actually show that. But it really is. It's an interesting game. It's and there are payment aspects, but to me, there's not much value. From what I've seen, it cost. I don't even know what the translation is in dollars for this, because I haven't purchased any of the premium currency. But the premium currency that you get, the like gold thingamajigs, it cost 850 of those to reduce a like production timer, whether that's a building or a unit, to reduce it by 3 hours. That cost 850 premium currency units. I like a build at a factory level 4, which is the highest factory level. So that reduces all of my production times as much as it can. It still takes me like 12 to 18 hours to produce a unit. That's what 12 would be 4. So 850. So 800 would be 32. 50 times 4 would be another 2. So like 3,400 premium currency units to reduce something of 12 hours. That's a lot. It's not a game that to me feels like it's encouraging spending. I haven't played it enough to give an honest opinion on that, but right now it's like, I don't know. You can get about 1,000, 1,500 premium currency for free every day by watching ads. You watch about 2 minutes, 3 minutes worth of ads, and you get like 1,500 gold, and I don't know what it is, maybe 20 some odd hours of premium, like premium account time. But yeah, it doesn't seem like they encourage spending. Again, I can't speak honestly on that because I haven't played enough, but from what I have played, everything just seems so expensive. All right, again, what am I doing? I don't have any bounties? Okay. Crazy. Where the hell's Finch? Go talk to Finch. Get some bounties from him. Oh, that way. I love this. Yeah. Thingies. Oh, I wasn't supposed to go there. Oops. Let's go this way. I don't think I'm going to make it. I was trying to take a shortcut that didn't really exist. Let's go this way. Tell my friends about it and see if they want to give it a try. Hey, sounds good, man. Yeah, like for people that do like strategy and have a bit of patience for a more slow-paced game, it's not bad. I've been pretty surprised by it. It was just one of those games that I had watched so many goddamn ads for it that I was like, you know what, fine. I'll check it out, see if it's even remotely close to the ads. And I was surprised. It was pretty close to the ads. And I'm enjoying it more than I anticipated. Oh, wow. Apparently, usually more for solo games on phones, so I tend to need friends to keep playing multiplayer games. I am the same way. Oh my god. That was it was actually King that got me back into Destiny here, because like that's the reason I stopped playing this, because I didn't really have anyone to play with if I wanted to do like raids or anything. And so I just kind of got out of it. And then at one point, King started mentioning all the stuff, and I got back into it. And this expansion has got me enjoying the solo experience again. Herberger. At the moment, I'm also just drunk. And so, rambling and such. And so feel free to just say, shut up, you stupid idiot, at any point. Kaboom. Shoot that dude. Alright, man. But as impromptu as this was, it may end just as impromptu-ly. Because now I am starting to realize how tired I am. And it's one of those moments. Oh boy, it's ambition had overtaken what was happening. And so I think I will do what is probably the smart thing and say thank you very much for joining me for this crazy impromptu drunk ass stream. But we're gonna call it here for tonight. and I think we'll be back either tomorrow or Monday, because I plan on trying the raid. But yes, I'm glad to see it. Hey, glad to see you again, Rainbow Pit. I hope you've been doing well. We'll be back again at some point, and I hope you have what is it? Good luck on whatever battlefield you find yourself on. Peace out. Sounds good then, Rainbow Pit. We'll be sure to be doing a stream on Monday then. Talk to you later, man. Peace out. Let's see if we can get that final transition in. Woot. Peace out.